Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hope you can hear me. I'm by the sea. I think it's the sea, or is it the ocean? It's beautiful this morning. There is literally no one on the sea except me. How wonderful is that? To have a beautiful golden beach like this all to yourself on a Thursday morning. Anyway, if you're on this morning, please say hi in the comments. Hopefully they'll pop up. Um, yeah. So today, I want to talk a little bit about courage because one of my clients and someone in my group who I've been working with and has been really courageous over the last few months when they felt very stuck. They come from the corporate world and wanted to change their kind of direction. It does take a lot of courage for us to change direction. So I want to talk a little bit about that this morning. Maybe it will help you if you're feeling stuck and less courageous than you'd like to be. Before you do that though, like before you think about anything this morning, I hope you've taken the time to check in with yourself. I always talk about this shit. It's the basic shit that makes a difference. And checking in with yourself where you are mentally, emotionally and physically. And just taking a minute to fucking ask yourself what you need today. How are you feeling? Like, I'm feeling tired today. I had a late night and I was up early. I'm always up early this time of year. So I'm feeling a little bit tired. So I know I need to pay attention to that, find some time today to rest, to not overdo it. Like my run this morning, I've ran half of it. I've decided I'm going to walk back the other way rather than push my body too hard because I'm feeling tired. So it's checking in with yourself and asking yourself, honestly, how are you feeling? And giving whatever you need, wherever possible, to yourself. Because you are the captain of this ship that you're sailing on this shore. Oh, I love that. And without you, there is no flipping shore. There is no surroundings. There is no nothing. No job. No boss. No partner. No kids. Nothing. So you've got to take care of you. What is it? Main stage character or something they call it. I don't know what. Something like that. Main character energy. That's it. Who says that? I think it's Fats Timbo. I think the name is. Yeah, main character energy. So if you're the main character, the main character's got to be up there. It's got to have everything they need, right? They're leading you, and you're leading you. You're leading the story of your life. You're leading this show today. So, main character energy, checking in with yourself and giving yourself what you need, or asking for what you need, right? Good morning. Say hi. Morning. 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 And yeah, you're the main character, so you've got to give yourself what you need. And just a quick reminder, we are on the 173rd day of 2023. Can you believe that? Summer solstice has happened, so we've had the longest day. Woo! Everybody loves that shit, right? So where are we heading? We're heading into the shortest day, but we're already halfway through the year. And I don't know where you are and your plans for 2023. If you had any plans, what I do know, your biggest plan of all is the plan that you have for right now. This fucking moment is the only one that you have. I'm not talking about being flippant and frivolous and acting like a prat all the time, but it's always remembering that this is your core moment right here. So treat this day, this 173rd day, as if it was your first day. Better still, treat it like it's your last day, because it is your only day. You have no other days. Today is all you have. It isn't just any other ordinary day. Do not get tomorrow and then someone comes up to you and says, hey, what did you do yesterday? And you go, nothing. Unless, of course, that was deliberate, that you led on the couch and you rested because you needed to. But don't let it be because you were lazy and lethargic and you have no purpose. We all have a purpose. We all have meaning in this life. Your job is to find out what that is, and that can change and that can evolve, but have the courage to try new things and take a different direction to find it. And I know courage doesn't come easy. I've struggled with it sometimes myself. leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving a business, all of these things, leaving a friendship, right? That's no longer serving you, that's no longer good for you. And yet we don't want to upset other people. It's like we went on this walking tour here the other day, right? It was a beautiful medieval town. And I mean, it's stunning. Loads of history going back to 1111. And we had a guide. And the guide just went on and 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 on. And about Portuguese history, which we just needed the highlight reel. So thankfully the people leading the tour who brought us here had a word with the guide and said, look, you just need to give them the highlights, like you're losing them a little bit. And he didn't change, he still carried on and on and on. So some of us started to drop off. I dropped off. I had the courage to go, you know what, I'm tapping out. And I just walked around the other areas I want to walk around after I'd stopped and had a drink. And then a few people did it. But there was a whole bunch of people that did not, because they didn't want to upset the guide. An hour and a half that guided tour was. Do you know how precious that hour and a half is? Like, I get it, like we want to be kind, and us Brits are, we're going to stick with it until it's fucking too difficult to, well, not even that, it's just till it ends, naturally. So, but I admire those people, because that is not me. I'm quitting. So today is about having the courage to quit. And I had the courage to quit that walking tour. I hope that whatever tour you're on, this tour of life, don't quit on life, but you can quit on situations, on people, on things. It's okay to do that. I promise you it is, if it's no longer serving you, because your time is absolutely massively precious. It's relentless. The clock does not stop. So it's okay to have the courage to quit. And this woman that's in my group program, she has had, is a client of mine, sorry, she has had this job for years. Corporate world, doesn't really enjoy it, wants to leave that job, but has never had the courage to do it. Obviously it pays quite well. She doesn't feel like she's treated with as much respect as she should be. And so she's stuck with this job for years despite not enjoying it. Morning, it's my old friend Joe. So she's stuck with this job despite hating it, right? For years of her life. And then we've been working together over the last few months, and I'm really pleased to say, after years of wanting to quit this job, she's had the courage to do it. Have the courage to lean into the things that are giving you your biggest challenges. What can you change? What can't you change? Why wouldn't you change? Often we think it's about money. That comes up so much. Money. Well, I'm the main breadwinner and I need money. Blah, blah. There is always something you can trim. There is always something you can change. And you are so resourceful. Now, this person that quit their job went out and found themselves a better job, a job that was more aligned to their new value, well, their values and their beliefs. And honestly, the energy that's now coming from this person is off the chart. Is off the chart now doing this new job. She could have had that years ago, and so can you. So have the courage to quit. But we also have to have the discipline to commit and to stay to certain things. And there's certain things like exercising, like this morning. That is a discipline I hope you never quit on. Moving your body, meditating. I hope that's a discipline you start and you don't ever quit on it. So I believe that it gives us a calmer mind. It brings in more tranquility. Have the courage to tap into your breath. Your breath is your energy life force. Without it, you do not live. You can go 40 days without food, 40 days without food, 3 days without water, but only a few minutes without your breath, yet you probably don't even give it any attention. Consciously check in with your breath. Even if you just wake up every day and do 3 deep full breaths, and you do that at the end of the day, start checking in with your breath. Every cell in your body needs that oxygen. Give it a little bit of extra attention, because that's how it heals, that's how it protects. Every one of those cells is responsible for keeping you on this planet. And one of the greatest things and the greatest natural resource for our cells is oxygen. So give it some more. Anyway, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent this morning, as usual. I hope that makes sense. If you want any help with that, finding your courage, in order to find your courage, you have to work through your crap. And crap is an analogy that I have for a program called the Breaking Your Own Limits. It's an online program, it's 3 months long. And throughout those 3 months, we have 2 sessions every week. You don't have to be on those sessions live. You'll still be able to do the work and make the shifts without being on a single live. We had someone in the last cohort that didn't make one single live session. She watched them all on replay and made some transformative shifts. She also quit her job. Fucking hell, it's amazing. And yeah, has created some new boundaries with relationships and feels lighter. She says she's never felt more content. How freaking amazing is that? And she didn't come to one live. So you can do this stuff without being live. And it starts in September. There's not loads of spaces, but there is a space for you. And it's basically working on your crap. What is crap an analogy for? Confidence, relationships, awareness, and purpose. Those are the 4 areas that we cover during our time together. And those are the 4 areas that I've found have the greatest benefit for transformation within people. Some of the things we use around confidence: a little bit of meditation, a little bit of breath work. This is helping you have a deeper connection with yourself. Intuition, tapping into your intuition. The biggest and the first thing that we work on is your self-awareness. And also just awareness of other people, awareness of what's going on around you, awareness of the planet. But most importantly, the awareness of you, how you're showing up in the world. Are you curious enough with yourself? Your awareness of your actions and your thinking and your behavior. We start working on that. We start making that a habit. And we start helping you question yourself in a productive, powerful way, in a way that you can use these tools going forward. One of the women that has just finished the program said, I have got tools that are going to last me a lifetime. This way that I'm learning to question myself and listen to my own answers and be honest with my own answers. That's what she's taken from it. Just so that's self-awareness. Relationships, well, the greatest relationship you have is the one with yourself. We work on that, we work on that. By working on that relationship, you'll impact all of your other relationships, including your relationship to money, which is another big thing that through doing this last 4 months with this group has come up. Money. What's your relationship like with it? Because your relationship with money is a direct reflection to your relationship with yourself. If you don't trust yourself, how can you trust money? If you don't nurture yourself, you're probably not nurturing your money either. So we work on that. And then purpose. Purpose is all about meaning. All about meaning. Like what's giving you meaning in your life. And in order to find those things that give you meaning, A, you've got to connect better with yourself. And B, you've got to try some shit. You've got to try and do it. Like, I always knew I wanted to be a coach, but I didn't have the courage in the beginning to do it. I didn't think I was smart enough, bright enough. I thought everyone was more intelligent than me, had more money than me, was more successful than me. But I had the courage to give it a go. And then I kept leaning into it, and I loved it, I knew I loved helping people. And honestly, it's my purpose. It's my purpose to keep going and to impact people. And the byproduct of that is that it massively, it's a win-win. It helps me and it helps them. But what's your thing? You've got to try and find your thing, and I will help you find your thing. Maybe you're already doing your thing, but things need to change. Maybe you need to do it in a different way for a different organisation. Who knows? So working through your crap or on your crap is part of the Breaking Your Own Limits program. If you want some change, you want some courage, go check out the website. My website's there on the screen. But if you just put /Feel Alive, FEELALIVE, you will find it. So yeah, I think that's about it today. Have yourself a great non-refundable Thursday. I am obviously here in this beautiful place. Woo. It's beautiful. So yeah, enjoy your day. Remember, it's non-refundable. Remember, it starts with you. Take responsibility for where you are, how you're feeling. It's okay. If you're feeling a bit meh today, What do you need to give yourself today? Who do you need to ask to help you today? Have the courage to do that and to lean into that, and have the courage to go after your dreams. I stopped dreaming last year a little bit when I got sick, and it just came to me. It's like one day it was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, I've stopped dreaming because I feel like my life might be cut short. Well, any of our lives can be cut short at any point. So keep dreaming, my friends, keep dreaming.